I believe Atlanta is going to be a pretty good contender in the North Star League. They got a real good coach.
Well, we'd like to be not worse than 7-2.
Hillman always is good. Bill does a great job with them.
You know, it's good friendly competition against the coaches. You know, we all get along great.
I think Aranac will be better than they've been.
You know, little jabs here and there and little coaches' duels.
I don't know who the 2 losses would be even, really.
Last year, the Hillman Tigers won the North Star League, going undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, but this year it's not going to be so easy. The North Star is getting better, and Hillman lost some key seniors up front, including Andy Sadler and John Robinson. But don't sleep on this year's Tigers. Signal caller Jordan Van Pamel returns for his 2nd season under center, along with running back Caleb Zimmer, who rushed for 1,000 yards as a junior. And Hillman's new crop of seniors wants to pick up where last year's class left off.
We try to be the hardest working kids on the team. You know, us seniors, we try and really pick up the pace, get the younger kids to work as hard as they can and get as much out of them as possible.
You know, they want their year up on the banner in the gym, you know, saying that they've done this in the North Star League. So that's our #1 goal, is win the league. Mayo's there every year. They're good and strong, and they'll be good and strong this year.
Even though Hillman captured the North Star crown, the Bolts had the last laugh, taking down the Tigers in pre-districts. Mayo has plenty of its own talent to replace this season, especially at the skill positions, but dual-threat quarterback Grant Price returns, along with an experienced offensive line that should help the Thunderbolts strike back.
This was a year where it was like, where are the kids going to come from? We've got eligibility issues like anybody else that have hurt some of the skilled spots. We don't have any running backs or receivers that started or played much at all last year. Our quarterback is back and the offensive line is back, and they're both excellent, not just good but excellent.
It's really nice to have last year a long playoff run like we had that gave a lot of us a lot of experience. So I'm not worried about the pressure, but our whole offensive line is pretty veteran. They were starting as sophomores as well, so we got a key solid group that's back for their 3rd year on varsity here.
Next up, the Huskies. Atlanta went 3-6 last year in their first season under spread guru Melvin Skillman, who may finally have the pieces to return the program to its glory days. They stockpiled speed for Melvin's offense and have Garrett Bajero to run it. He's a junior quarterback who already has 2 years of starting experience under his belt. And that combination of coach and QB could be lethal this season.
Well, this is my 55th year of coaching, and so I've been at it a while.
He knows more about football than anybody I've ever met.
Our offense gives the quarterback some leeway to make some decisions, and he knows what we're expecting from him.
Garrett gives us a lot of options with the deep pass and all that different stuff with his accuracy, and he's got a lot of leadership for being a junior this year.
Got a lot of returning players, a lot of speed this year. I mean, last year we should have made the playoffs, and we didn't really have our heads on straight, and this year we have the team and the ability to make the playoffs.
The Huskies didn't finish anywhere near the top of the North Star League last year, but they have just one regret.
The only one we wish we could have had was our rivalry, which was Hillman. We've got a lot this year. They've lost a lot of their players, and we've gained a lot of experience. We want to take Hillman. I mean, that's our biggest thing. We haven't taken Hillman in football in so many years. We want to take our trophy back.
It looks like it's going to be just a mess atop the North Star League standings.
I think any of those 3 teams that we covered could end up coming out on top. And let's take a look at some important games in that conference. Week 1 features a non-conference battle between 2 of the best teams in the area, Whittemore Prescott and Mayo.
Yeah, the Bolts always kind of sets the tone for their season. And then they head to Atlanta in Week 3. It'll be the first real test for Melvin Skillman's spread offense.
Watch out for the trap game in Week 4 between Hillman and Aranac. We talked to a couple of coaches that said the Eagles could be a surprise contender this season.
And in Week 5, the rivalry everyone's been waiting for, Mayo at Hillman. Of course, they split last season with Hillman taking the lead, but Mayo getting the last laugh in the playoffs. And this season, that could again decide the conference.
And in Week 7, the Tigers face the Huskies on the road. You've got to love Atlanta's home schedule this year.
Well, we've broken down area teams and leagues, but that's not all.
At the end of the season, we'll announce our 2011 Fifth Down Player of the Year. And there are plenty of names to keep track of this fall.
Done! The Stars may shine brightest in the North Star League, led by a pair of third-year signal callers. Miles Grant Price accounted for 39 touchdowns as a junior to lead the Thunderbolts to their 10th straight playoff appearance.
It's been more than a decade since Atlanta saw the postseason, but Garrett Bajero has something to say about that. The junior QB could put up some big numbers at the helm of the Husky spread offense. Caleb Zimmer leads a seasoned backfield in Hillman. He joined the 1,000-yard club last season while leading the Tigers to their second straight league title.
The Huron Shores only holds 4 teams, but has players that can compete with the best in the area. Tawas running back Tyler Samuels racked up over 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns last year. A repeat performance could bring the Braves a conference title.
As only a freshman, Alcona's Nathan Fettis rumbled his way to nearly 1,000 yards on the ground. Don't expect a sophomore slump from this Tiger.
And there are plenty more players to watch for this season. Alcona end Brock Laverne is getting looks from several Division I college programs.
Brian Van Coyle is one of Joburg's top veteran seniors. He could get the Cards back to the playoffs. And Ethan Siegert is making the move to tight end in Alpena. He could be one of the Wildcats' top playmakers. Unfortunately, that's all the time we've got for our Pigskin Preview.
But be sure to watch The Fifth Down every Friday night on Channel 11.
And in the meantime, you can follow us at WBKB TV on Facebook or pound WBKB Sports on Twitter.
Thanks for watching.